Hi, Sam.
Hello.
So, you often play roles where you make people feel very emotional. Is it where you give the best out of yourself?
I don't mean to. No, I honestly don't make decisions based on how other people will react, if that makes any sense. I do jobs that push me and challenge me in new ways, and this happens to be, yet again, a very emotional film. But it's a film that I really believed in. I believed in the story, and I loved the story, and I loved the opportunity to kind of challenge myself in many new ways. And you know, hopefully it does make people emotional.
You don't find pleasure
having people I can't work out whether I love that people are crying or hate it, really. It's sort of a
probably everyone's reaction.
Yeah, as long as people react and have a reaction, be it happy or sad, that's all that matters.
Tell me something good.
Tell you something good?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to sing?
No, for example, from your perspective, does this movie have an happy ending?
I think so, yeah. Because it's what everyone needs to happen. You know, the thing is, it's a very, very good question, because I've learnt whilst filming this and whilst approaching this, preparing for this, I've learnt to see the world through Will's eyes. Okay. And of course, for me, it's definitely a happy ending, because he's a very determined young man, and he does what he needs to do for him. But also in his mind, in his eyes, for the people around him. So in my eyes, it's a very uplifting, very hopeful story. It's sort of a gentle release.
I believe it's a story that is totally impossible to forget.
Yeah, I think it's unique in many, many, many ways. It has similarities to other films, it being a love story, and a love story about two people from, you know, different worlds. But at the same time, it's so unique, and it's sort of beautiful kind of setting of the circumstances that, yeah, you know, I think it sets it apart from other films.
Do you think this movie is some kind of a best of, or very similar to movies like Love Roses or The Fault in Our Stars eventually? Or
yeah, I mean,
it's like a mix? Or
I think every romantic movie, be it a drama, be it a comedy, every single one that has a story to tell, it's telling the story of two people falling in love. So in that sense, of course, it has similarities. But as I said, I think there are so many differences at the same time that, you know, it makes it unique, it makes it original. And you know, I think I speak on behalf of both myself and Emilia when I say, you know, this was very emotionally challenging, and it's the story of, you know, real people. It's a real story, you know. It felt very real to me. So. And
people love stories.
Yeah, and people love to cry. So, I think.
What's the longest period of time you ever needed to take an important decision? And what was it eventually? You don't take 6 months usually, or
I think one of the biggest decisions I've ever had to do is something career based, and you know, I need as long as possible. Usually,
like 6 months.
Never that long. It's never been that long. I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to kind of hold on to a decision for that amount of time. Yeah, I'm not very decisive when it comes to making any decision.
Abbi cura di lui e di quelli buoni.
Io non voglio che tu perda tutte le cose che un altro potrebbe darti.
Ma io posso renderti felice. Oh mio Dio! Sono diventata una persona completamente diversa grazie a te.
Sai che ti dico, Clark? Tu sei più o meno l'unica cosa che mi fa desiderare di svegliarmi.
Wait for me to come home.